A recent regional study was carried out to better understand the views of young people, both girls and boys, as it relates to how they see masculinity. Over 1,080 high school students between the ages 13 to 18 were interviewed in Antigua and Barbuda, Belize, Guyana, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and Suriname. It is interesting that 78% of boys and girls believe that when it comes to men, physical strength is very important. 61% of the boys and 40% of girls believe that sexual prowess is important to being masculine and that boys have little control over their sexual urges. One of the dominant views across the region is that men need to maintain power in their intimate relationships. So when it came to violence against women, generally this was not supported by boys or girls, but at the same time, 26.7% of boys and 14.8% of the girls said yes or they were not sure that women should be beaten in some instances, while 47.8% of the persons interviewed believed that women need to be disciplined in certain circumstances. It was critical to note that 38% of the students reported knowledge of physical violence against a female relative. The research went on to show the links between perceptions of what is masculine, its impact on the female-male relationship, and the social and economic challenges common across the CARICOM region, such as increased cost of healthcare related to sexually transmitted and non-communicable diseases, hypertension, and even obesity, the continuing spread of HIV/AIDS, a high proportion of male school dropouts, the disengagement of boys from school, families, and the church. Violence is now seen as a social norm, and early parenting is increasing, and young women are taking on stereotypical masculine behavior. The study did, however, point to some positive developments and views among our region's youth. More men are willing to examine what it means to be a man and to explore what are acceptable behaviors. And more men are now engaged as caregivers, fathers, mentors, and father figures.